Why do they say those on antidepressants should not take psilocybin? And why are they mostly being left out of psychedelic research? This is the Psychedelic Newsroom. Let's talk about it. Antidepressants, or SSRIs, work by blocking serotonin from being reabsorbed between neurons. So the serotonin builds up and lingers far longer than it normally would. And that buildup is actually the intended effect. Over time, though, the brain notices this and tries to rebalance itself by pulling back on the number of serotonin receptors it maintains. Specifically, a receptor called the 5-HT2A receptor. Psilocybin works by activating those same exact receptors. So when someone has been on an SSRI long enough, there are simply fewer receptors available for psilocybin to work with. The brain has dialed them down. Fewer receptors means weaker response. That is the core of the problem. And it doesn't fix itself overnight when you stop the medication either. A Johns Hopkins study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology found that this blunting effect can persist for up to 3 months after someone stops their antidepressant, because the brain needs time to rebuild those receptors back to baseline. But here's where it gets genuinely interesting. A 2023 phase 2 trial published in Neuropsychopharmacology by Compass Pathways gave 19 patients with treatment-resistant depression a 25 milligram dose of psilocybin while they stayed on their SSRI. 42% of patients met the threshold for response, or full remission, at the 3-week mark. Now, consider who is likely seeking psilocybin therapy in the first place. Treatment-resistant depression patients who have tried 2 or more antidepressants and have gotten little to no relief. They make up an estimated 30% of all depression patients. And because of their medication history, they are the ones being most consistently excluded from trials.